following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Welcome back on this big NXT TAKEOVER New Orleans weekend and WrestleMania 34. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm just a car.
And let's talk about this on part 3 of episode 157. Let me switch it off for the one from part 2. There we go. And we're going to have round 3, block 1, as we have HBK, the Heartbreak Kid without his ponytail now.
Gone.
He lost his power.
Oh,
taking on the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Who doesn't need a ponytail, but that's all his hair he's got.
Who wants to wrestle again.
He needs to stop. He's like 75.
Who ain't going to come to WWE.
Which is very interesting that Goldberg pointed to the crowd and said, Hulkster, I owe you one. There's no freaking way Hogan was in that crowd. No. I guarantee you. No. They definitely didn't pan over.
They're not pan over.
There's no way he was there. Maybe Goldberg really thought he was there. Goldberg maybe not watched the news. Didn't know that he said a bad word.
Yes.
But he definitely pointed like he was pointing at him. I was like, that dude better not be in the audience.
But your winner of the match between HBK and Hulk Hogan is?
HB Shizzle!
So he's on to the 4th round now.
Which is a rematch from SummerSlam.
Up next we have Stone Cold Steve Austin, who wasn't there.
No, we have Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
Jerry hate you for that.
I know, and I thought they were hinting at him being the one that was going to be inducting Kid Rock.
Rumors, yeah.
And but he's there because Rob Feinstein's taking a picture with him at WrestleMania this weekend, so he must be at Access.
Yeah, he may come out tomorrow.
He's got to be at Access because Rob Feinstein took a picture with him, so he's there.
He's there because he was at WrestleCon.
Maybe that's where he took a picture with him.
He's at WrestleCon for sure. But Stone Cold Steve
Austin some money to
Austin
get him to WrestleCon, though.
Will take on Daniel Bryan, and
who is returning to WrestleMania.
The winner will take on HBK in round 4. And who is the winner?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a WrestleMania rematch. But will HBK break his back again? Because, ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the winner. The Austin era has begun.
Okay, very good.
Yes, thank you.
That's good. Now we're next.
But now Jim Ross hates me.
We're still in round 3,
He
folks.
doesn't know me though.
We're in block 2 as we have Brock Lesnar.
No, it's Brock Lesnar.
Who's leaving?
You're welcome.
Taking on the Nature Boy. Woo! Ric Flair.
Who was backstage, not in the audience.
That's weird. Well, look at him. And your winner.
That's awful.
They want his back to open up on the floor.
That's not nice.
The winner is
Brock Lesnar. Well, he will go on to face who?
In the next match, will he face either the Macho Man? Oh yeah, dig it, Randy Savage.
Oh yeah, step into a Slim Jim.
As he takes on Kevin Owens, who could be fired tomorrow.
That's true from SmackDown.
From SmackDown Live, they made a point of it.
Oh yeah, the madness.
And Brock Lesnar will take on in round 4 who?
Macho Man, Macho.
3 times. And speaking of 3 times, we're in block 3 of round 3 as Edge.
How inconvenient. How
convenient.
convenient.
The rated R superstar takes on the great one, The Rock.
Why is it always this gruff thing? The rated R superstar. Why? They all do it.
They all do it.
Brock, it's all that. I don't understand it.
And your winner is advancing to the next round.
I mean, appropriately, it's got to be the great one, The Rock.
And in the second match of Block 3, we have the dead man, the one who left his balls at home, The Undertaker.
That's true.
taking on the phenomenal one.
He's being a coward. He's not answering John Cena.
AJ
He's
Styles.
the face who runs the place. He's the man who built the house or something like that. However you say it. I don't know.
SmackDown is the house and AJ Styles built. That's how you say it.
Which, in this match, The Undertaker has a problem with that because if you know what you know, the original draft and everything, The Undertaker built SmackDown.
That's the Rock because he named it.
Technically, he built the SmackDown Hotel, but by gosh, if you think about who ran SmackDown back in the day, it was between Edge and The Undertaker. That was the main two on SmackDown. It was because it was Triple H's show was Raw.
Yes.
Undertaker and Edge's show was SmackDown. But now it's AJ Styles' show until he goes over there to be beat up by Roman Reigns on Raw. But the winner facing The Rock is going to be the great one in Block 3 of Round 3, taking on the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, in what I consider an upset.
It is a mess. I think it's the first major upset we've had.
Set! And I didn't vote for him, by the way.
In Block
Just want
4.
y'all people to know that.
In Block 4. Calm down.
I will.
In Block
I had a
4
lot of coffee today.
of Round 3, we have the man called Sting taking on the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle, and your winner is advancing to the next round.
We've seen this match in TNA, ladies and gentlemen, and it probably ended like this almost every time. Because, it's Dixie Carter's boy, as the person advancing in Round 3, Block 4, is the man they call Sting.
And he'll be taking on either the one of these two next men. Is it, hey, Mr. Independent, I guess you would say.
Mr. All In.
Yes, Cody Rhodes taking on Y2J. Chris Jericho.
It's the one that has figured out how to live without WWE, and also the one who's figured out how to live without the WWE.
That's true.
The man has so many books, TV shows, radio shows, podcasts.
A cruise!
A cruise? Come on, cruise, people.
And to come back at any moment and write his own ticket.
Write his own ticket. I
I
mean,
think that falls for Cody as well now.
I think it would. But yes, this man, I mean, Y2J is just like Brock Lesnar. He shows up when he wants to and he does what he wants to do. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner advancing to take on Sting in what I consider a dream match that I don't think ever happened in WCW. If it did, it was a flunky match.
Ooh,
Because
you
Jericho.
gave it away.
I know. Because it's Chris Jericho. It's Chris Jericho, ladies and gentlemen. That is your winner. I mean, Cody, he could have fought in WCW. He was a little young. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is Sting taking on Y2J. Round 3, Block 4. That's the two that advanced. Also, we have The Rock versus AJ Styles. We have Brock Lesnar taking on, ooh, yeah, Macho Man, Macho. Randy Savage. Exactly. And HB Shizzle taking on Stone Cold. That is round 4.
And that is round 4. And like I said, it gets a lot harder to make
really
the picks
does.
now, folks.
I mean, you got a WrestleMania rematch right there. You've got a who's who with Brock and Randy Savage. You've got a phenomenal and a great one taking on each other. And you've got a dream matchup with a who's who with Sting taking on the Ayatollah of rock and roll. I mean, the man who beat Austin and The Rock in the same night taking on Sting, who's beat everybody put in front of him.
And
Except for Triple H.
And out of these final 8, who will come out on top? You know.
I mean, Sting probably beat
It's a
Terrorizing.
It's a who here. Yes, he definitely
He'd
will.
probably beat Terrorizing.
I'm waiting to see Terrorizing on WCW Saturday night.
Yeah, we haven't got to those years yet.
No, we haven't. Let's go now to the network.
They could have
folks.
skipped over those 2 early years.
They could
'cause,
have.
whew,
That might have been
rough.
what it was. They need to get in some ring action, not sit there and then go jump to an arena. But,
That is weird. I didn't know they even did that back
I
then.
don't remember them doing that.
It's
but
a studio and then arena matches, which the arena matches were filmed way
yes.
ahead.
They give you one match. They'll give you 2 out of 3 falls every week.
Isn't that weird?
I know.
I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I guess it's supposed to be
That's
every
awesome.
week.
That's
thing.
what the way JR talks.
The way JR talks, it was going to be every week, but they probably got bored with it.
And who is that loser in the suit?
Which one?
The one that DDP's having a feud with, supposed to be the corporate guy.
Oh, I haven't seen that part yet. I guess I missed. I probably fell asleep.
Oh,
Bored.
He sat out there with JR and was going over the matches and talking and commentating.
Oh, I don't remember his name, but he's supposedly from Ted Turner's corporate stuff.
Yes.
And they banned DDP from having interviews. Now I know what you're talking about. Why, I don't know.
I don't know either. But let's talk about tonight, folks.
Tonight.
Which, when you watch this, will be
Spoke
way
yet,
past tonight. You don't already know who is the new,
you're already going to know.
current
You're already
NXT
going to
champion.
know all the winners. You're going to know who the first ever NXT North American champion is.
I know the first ever. I know who it is.
You know who it is?
Yes.
Well, technically, by the time you hear us talking, we'll know who it is, too.
Yes, I know who it is now. It's Ricochet. It's going to be Ricochet is going to be the one.
Better quit lying, son.
Yeah, it's going to be EC3.
Probably. But anyway, we've got Johnny.
Ricochet to do the...
Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do
He'll
the crazy
grab the belt and somebody will shove him off and win it.
He's going to do some crazy stuff. But we got Johnny Gargano taking on Tommaso Ciampa in an unsanctioned match. And if Gargano wins, he will be rehired. But Ciampa wins, Gargano will be banned from NXT. Not from wrestling, but from NXT. And Daniel Bryan wants Johnny Gargano to lose to bring him to SmackDown. Ciampa said, he ain't going to no other company. No other show.
Because he's going to be broke. His career ends tonight. And if Daniel don't shut his mouth, he's going to end Daniel's career again. So Ciampa...
So what you're saying is Gargano's going to be broken.
Ciampa's running his mouth a lot. But,
You didn't get it, did you?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yes.
But I do believe that this could go either way because Johnny Gargano could lose and be on 205 Live this Tuesday night.
Or SmackDown Live this Tuesday night.
He does not need to go to Monday Night Raw. He'll get lost in the shuffle, ladies and gentlemen.
No, he is perfect fit for SmackDown Live.
He really is. But either way, Ciampa really has nothing to lose here.
No. Again, a match, NXT, can't pick the winner.
Can't pick the winner. And then we have what we just talked about with the ladder match for the inaugural NXT North American Championship.
I love the old style of the belt.
Old school, ladies and gentlemen, as Adam Cole takes on EC3 or NX3, which is weird. Versus
the 1%.
1%. He loves his song.
He does. I like his song.
It was neat. Versus Killian Dain.
That's some beef.
Versus Lars Sullivan.
That's some beef, which also would be a surprise to be Braun's tag team partner.
I mean, his hand literally looks like Andre the Giant or something. Like his hands.
Hell no, that Lars Sullivan and Braun Strowman
It would not bother me. That's for sure. It would be huge.
They would destroy the ball.
And they're taking on Ricochet, or Ricochet, if you will.
One close favorite of winning.
Yes. Also, Velveteen Dream, who is on the verge of just breaking out.
Tonight could be his breakout moment.
He could be, because, I mean, every NXT TakeOver, he just gets better and better and better. This could be his night.
And wouldn't that be like a slap in the face of the tough enough winners?
Right? Adam Cole right there. I mean, you think about him. Adam Cole, he has not really won anything except for the old school... what you call it? War Games, that's the word for it. EC3 hasn't had a match yet. Killian Dain, they are grooming him out of sanity to be the heavyweight contender, if you will.
Right.
Not Eric Young. Lars Sullivan, another one that they're grooming. Ricochet hasn't had a match yet either. Nope. So this is EC3 and Ricochet's debut match. Yeah. So it literally could be any one of these people.
The bigger dudes, Killian Dain, Lars Sullivan, not so much. They're on the low end of the percentage of winning.
Yes, but
I
if
could
they
give it
won,
Adam Cole,
it would
EC3,
not shock you.
Ricochet. No, definitely not. That's why I said, here's another NXT match. You can't call it.
And then we continue to go with the triple threat NXT tag team title match, and the winner will be awarded the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Trophy, which you were confused by that because why should Undisputed Era get that? But it also does make sense because they did interfere, and it puts them into this situation to where you could be the champions and be the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic champion. So I mean, I don't see a problem how they worded it, but it was confusing at first. But Undisputed Era will defend, and that does mean that Adam Cole will wrestle twice as they defend against AOP, Roderick Strong, and Pete Dunne. And the reason why Adam Cole is wrestling twice is because Bobby Fish was injured at a live event.
Yes, and he's there though.
He is around. He's on crutches, but I saw some pictures at Access.
Yes, he is there.
But he'll be out for a while.
Yes. I mean, Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne could get him.
I personally want them to get them, and Pete Dunne will be a double champion. That would also mean Pete Dunne will be on the show more often because he's the tag team champion. And because it's a makeshift tag team, I think that would be the shocker of the three teams.
Right. AOP could regain the tag team titles.
Two-time.
They'd be a two-time tag team champion and a two-time Dusty.
Exactly. So either way, they would make history in this match.
Or the Undisputed Era
could retain. But I could see them getting the belts off of Undisputed Era just simply because Bobby Fish isn't around anymore. I could see them doing that. Yeah. My personal pick is Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne. I think those are the best picks for that match. And then we go to the NXT Women's Championship matches. We have Ember Moon defend once again against Shayna Baszler. And I still wish that Cien was involved in all this because it would make sense with her and Shayna Baszler.
That's true. Coming
from the Mae Young Classic, but we both agree that this should be Shayna's time.
Yes, but Ember could keep it.
They've done that before where we thought Ember was going to win, and Asuka continued to beat her, and she just kept getting pushed to the wayside. So, but I do see Shayna Baszler getting the belt here.
It would not shock me. I would not be shocked if Shayna Baszler...
And it would be a 2-for-2 for the UFC horsewomen. Because we know what's going to happen.
And this could be Amber's big swan song. She could be ready to be called up. So
that's true.
And the main event for the NXT Championship is Andrade Cien Almas. We're taking on Aleister Black.
Yes, which is another one you cannot pick it. We'll see almost keep it in order to face Drew McIntyre again.
Who is
cleared and probably will be in the audience. At least, maybe not interfere, but I think he'll be in the audience. They'll probably show him. So does almost continue to have the reign so that he can lose it back to Drew McIntyre and go back to square one again.
Yes.
Or does Aleister Black get it and we then possibly have a triple threat?
Yeah. At the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Literally, either one of these people could win and I'd be happy.
Because that's the next takeover. It's Money in the Bank weekend.
Nice. Either one of these people could win it and I would be happy.
I mean, yeah.
The entire show is literally
Almost is not disappointing me as a champion.
No, he's been very entertaining.
Yeah.
Which
I
thought
wanted Johnny to win it, but see what happened? Johnny didn't win the title.
Right.
So,
but it led something bigger.
But I do love that Aleister Black, I mean, he looked strong, but also they made Almost look strong.
Oh, absolutely.
So I love that.
They had to weaken Aleister Black a little bit.
Yes, you can't just go in there, so. And now switch over to WrestleMania, which is going to be a big show. Big show.
13 matches that are already official.
Yes.
Possibility of 14. We know that 3 are on the pre-show with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. There's no way to pick who's going to win that. The WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, no way to pick that.
I'm saying it's going to, if Bella's in it, I'm going to say it's going to be a Bella.
Okay.
I believe Dolph will win the Andre.
I mean, I hope it's one of the bigger names in that.
Yes.
And or is Baron Corbin going to go for a twofer and make history?
Let's don't have that.
Okay, great.
We got Daniel and Shane but...
They should beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but we could have one of the two of them turn.
We could have a turn.
Either one of them could turn, and I'd be satisfied with it.
Yes.
Daniel Bryan turning would make a lot more sense.
Yes.
We also have Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey taking on Triple H and Stephanie in a mixed tag team match. And again, like I said, 2 for 2 on the UFC horsewomen.
Yeah, Kurt and Ronda.
It should be Kurt and Ronda. It would make sense. And here's something that I am predicting right here.
Okay.
Ronda Rousey from this WrestleMania 34, all the way to WrestleMania 35, go absolutely undefeated, would absolutely make sense. And she faces in one undefeated woman taking on another undefeated woman of Asuka. You have a whole other year of Asuka being undefeated.
That's a long time.
It is a long time, but she's already surpassed Goldberg's by a far stretch.
Yeah, I thought it was 908 days, I think it was.
And I'm okay with that. But that would be a perfect way to get Ronda Rousey over even more, is you have Ronda Rousey go to WrestleMania 35 and defeat Asuka.
Maybe Asuka defeats her.
And it could go either way. But you have undefeated.
And that'd be a shock if that was the main event.
Oh, absolutely.
The main event of WrestleMania. That's who made it.
But them two could pull that off. I honestly believe with that star power, the two of them could pull that off. But I think that's where they're going to go with it.
I can see that, but they also could
do the
go to
horsewoman thing?
SummerSlam. No, they could go to SummerSlam with this. This storyline could go to SummerSlam.
With who? With Ronda and Asuka?
Yeah, both being undefeated.
Gotcha.
I know Ronda's not be as long as Asuka's, but
Right.
still undefeated versus undefeated.
Also, another match that's going to be on the pre-show is the tournament finals for the vacant Cruiserweight Championship. And this was one you cannot call either.
No, it should be Cedric.
Should be Cedric because he has really fought.
And come up short a lot, yeah, I know. Because come up short, then have to start over again. Come up short, come over again.
But Mustafa Ali has been getting a lot louder reactions than Cedric Alexander.
Oh, yeah.
And it could easily be him. But, like you said in an earlier video, could we possibly see the return of Neville? I did show you that they have a shirt for Neville that is a full-priced shirt. It is not in the clearance section. So could that mean that Neville, the King of the Cruiserweights, comes back tonight? Or does he come back Tuesday? Or does he not show up at all for the 205 Live and he shows up on Raw or SmackDown?
That's true.
Either way.
We have the SmackDown title, Usos, New Day, Bludgeon Brothers. I mean, I would give it to the Bludgeon Brothers.
New Day does not need it. Usos don't need to retain it. Let's get some new blood on the SmackDown Tag Team. This is supposed to be the land of opportunity. Let's get another tag team.
But if New Day does, they'll be a 5-time tag team champion.
And they'll do the Booker T thing.
Which just started last night.
They did start that already?
Yeah.
Lord, but
the Raw tag team titles should be Braun and his mystery partner.
Who could be a handful of people. Could be Neville.
It could be.
Could be Rey Mysterio is what they're trying to say. I don't think that's going to
Then we got the Queen versus the Empress of Tomorrow.
Yes, that's right.
Should be Asuka. But
absolutely.
I wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte defeated her. That though your undefeated thing, yes.
Undefeated, yeah, that would totally ruin that. Don't ruin it, people. Then we have the Raw Women's Championship match of Alexa Bliss taking on Nia Jax, and it should be a total squash, and it should be
time.
Nia's
time is now.
Alexa Bliss has been body shaming her, which is perfect for this time period, 2018, against bullying and everything. Makes her the perfect
Mickey
heel.
tries to interfere. She gets taken out.
It literally makes Alexa Bliss the perfect heel.
Alexa Bliss may get upper hand when she tries to do a sleeper because you know she's gonna jump on her back.
Of course.
And she can just flip her over, drop the big leg, and 1, 2, 3 over.
Huh?
You know.
But it's perfect for 2018, the atmosphere that we're dealing with body shaming and judging other people and stuff. So it's perfect that they're doing it this way. And you know that they're real life best friends, so you know that they're enjoying the fact they get to work together. But yes, Nia Jax's time should be now. We also have a fatal 4-way match for the U.S. Championship as Randy Orton defends, who's now a Grand Slam champion finally, defends against Bobby Roode, the former champion.
Yeah, it's first at WrestleMania.
His first WrestleMania. Jinder Mahal and Rusev, which oddly enough, at the red carpet.
I know, I was wondering that myself.
The red carpet.
I know what you're going to go with.
Rusev first called him Bob Roode.
He called him Uncle Bob.
And then he called him Uncle Bob.
It's something else, yeah. That's just Rusev being Rusev.
Uncle Bob, though.
No.
Why is
I thought you were talking about that. Rusev was talking about that he wants to win back his United States title, which he lost to John
3 years
Cena,
ago.
Which I thought he won it back since then. But if he hasn't, well, maybe it's.
But maybe it's a WrestleMania to WrestleMania thing. Maybe he's not
it
talking about in between stuff.
There it is.
But Uncle Bob. I mean, I understand that Bobby Roode's older. Maybe he's taken Rusev under his wing or something. Maybe backstage he is like that uncle figure for a lot of people because he is like 40 years old, and maybe some of these younger people he's taking them under his wing.
Call Uncle Bob.
But Uncle Bob, and he said Bob Roode, and even Byron went Uncle Bob.
I know. So
very weird.
well, Byron was touching his coat, touching Rusev's jacket and everything else.
Yeah, Byron's weird, but
He is weird. But I shook his hand at the live event, so
he's a nice guy.
he is a nice guy.
But he can't come off strange on some of
I
these
would like to see Rude or Rusev win. I don't want Randy Orton to keep it. I don't want Jinder Mahal to have it.
And I want them to continue to do the big push for Jinder Mahal.
No, doesn't mean him
Oh,
not win.
no,
Doesn't mean
he needs
a
a
big
belt.
push.
He needs a belt. He is
A
anti...
title, not a belt.
Same thing.
He's probably
Hey,
got
Vince McMahon,
he's
hush your
probably,
mouth.
He's probably got a belt in his pair of slacks he's got in the locker room. So.
Okay, Vince McMahon. So he needs this title. It would be perfect for his character, being anti-America, being all about India. He takes the U.S. title.
So you put that over
Yes.
Rusev? Rusev Day to one of the most popular guys who's getting...
Now, I would love for him to have it too. That's my two choices. So either way, we're 50-50 on it.
We don't want Randy to keep it.
No, we don't want Randy to keep it.
Okay.
I want it to either be Rusev or Jinder Mahal.
And I want Rude or Rusev. So, and now we go to the triple threat for the Intercontinental title.
We'll probably split on this one too.
We got The Miz, who, if he wins, will be the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Because
as of that day, or he's still got to have more days?
He's got to pass his days. No, he's got to get some more days after WrestleMania.
Okay.
But pretty much, before Backlash, he's pretty much the same. Yeah.
And that's why I hope he wins.
Taking on Seth and taking on Finn. Any one of the three.
This is another one. They're finally getting to the point where some of these matches you cannot call.
Right.
And this is one of those. You got three former World Heavyweight Champions right here.
That's it.
3. Okay? Mm-hmm. So any of them deserve Intercontinental Championship gold.
Yes.
The Miz, though, and I love that Jeff Jarrett said, I see you over there, Miz, and you're doing me proud with the Intercontinental Championship. Mm-hmm. And Miz looked shocked. He was like, what? Like, that's awesome, So I do believe the Miz needs to continue on and be considered the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time with the amount of days.
Yes.
If another person gets it, I hope it's Finn Balor.
Like I said, I'm good with any of them.
Any of them is good. That's just my top 2 picks right there. And then we continue on with the WWE Championship as AJ Styles defends against the dream match that all the fans want to see in the WWE because they don't watch New Japan. Take on Shinsuke Nakamura. Did you watch WWE Chronicles? Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, I did not.
Oh, that's good. You gotta watch it.
I will.
It is good. And they finally did something that they should do on WWE television.
What?
You know how in these promos they love to put up those weird shaped words and stupid stuff?
Yes.
Everybody's saying, why are they dogging on the fact that Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka don't speak good enough English? If they're willing to put those stupid words on the screen, why don't they just do subtitles?
That's true.
Even let them speak in their native language and do subtitles. But guess what?
I mean, they're doing a script. They don't know what they're going to say.
Thank you. Here's the funny thing. On WWE Chronicle, which I guess that's a new thing.
Yeah, which I did. I saw it and I go, what is that? And I kind of clicked over there, and then I didn't watch it yet.
So guess what?
They did subtitles.
The whole time they did subtitles.
Maybe when you're taping, you can, I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, and the funny thing is, watching the subtitles, they misspelled wrestle.
That's funny.
Only one time he said WrestleMania, and the T and the L were totally backwards. Very funny though.
I don't think Nakamura's winning.
What?
Nope. I think AJ's keeping it.
Well, amen.
Ding ding. I think AJ's keeping it.
They agree with you. Why?
I just don't think Vince feels that Nakamura's ready. I think they want to give you the shock of WrestleMania, give you the match, the dream match if you want. But I believe AJ, since he's on the roll, is going to keep the title. And
He's
stay
on the
SmackDown.
roll, but he doesn't need the belt.
They can put Nakamura on Raw and Styles stays.
He's already wearing red, so why not?
That's true.
I would like to see some new stuff. I'd like to see Nakamura get it.
I mean, yes, that's true. I mean, Nakamura could. But I got a feeling that AJ is going to keep it.
We shall see.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the one that we've called like a year away. The WWE Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar holding the belt from 1 year to the next, from WrestleMania 33 all the way to 34. Because he didn't lose it in between, did he? He hasn't.
No. He's not there enough to lose it.
He's not there enough to lose it, but he is accompanied to the ring by Paul Heyman, and he will be defending against Roman Reigns, and I think we pretty much called it. It's Roman Reigns.
Yeah, unless they swerve us.
Now, I was watching Busted Open Radio.
They could swerve us.
Which, the guy that does the Dave Greco, or whatever his name is.
And then Goldberg got on Roman Reigns, I guess, about the spear.
Ooh, he did. And he even, I don't know if you know this, but he was also dogging on him about the Georgia thing. Yeah. Because he's Georgia Bulldogs, and he's Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, or whatever it was.
That's it, yep.
And so they did not roam over to Roman when he said that about the Yellow Jacket thing, but you know that's who he was talking about. So is he saying that he's next? Is Goldberg going to come back and take on Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
If he does, he doesn't need to beat Roman Reigns. That's just my opinion. But
that'd give you something for Backlash. Because Brock, if he's losing, he's gone. So he's not going to get a rematch for the title.
But, like I was saying, watching Busted Open Radio on YouTube, Paul Heyman was being interviewed by Dave Greco, or whatever his name is, and Mark Henry. That's like his new side job. He does interviews with them, and Bubba Ray Dudley also does interviews on there. There used to be another guy that used to co-host, and he was just a regular guy. He disappeared. But Mark Henry was the other one, and it was very funny because Paul Heyman knows that Dave Greco guy, and he's like, okay, you shut your mouth. And he was like, Mark, what would you like to talk about? And he completely turned his back to him or whatever. And it's very interesting. He said, Mark, how many main events have you had at WrestleMania? How many main events have you experienced at WrestleMania? And he goes, well, I've experienced a lot of them. He's like, no. How many have you been in? And at first I was like, that's kind of disrespectful. But he had a point. He said, Roman Reigns is in his 4th consecutive WrestleMania main event. He said, Mark, do you realize that not even Brock Lesnar can say that? He said he is the one person that can say he main evented 4 consecutive WrestleMania. Because when John Cena was coming up, there was a lot of other people that could main event stuff, and it was believable and everything because you had Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and you had Austin still there, you had Undertaker still around, you had Edge still there. So John Cena didn't main event every WrestleMania he's been in.
Nope.
Since Roman has been a singles wrestler, he's main evented every one of them.
Yep.
No one else can say that. So Paul Heyman, I mean, he was definitely singing his praises. You know, and that's kind of, I would like to see that.
That's
Heyman,
some of the problem, too.
But, there, you know, it's Vince's thing. He's trying to get him over.
Vince's boy.
But,
it's
funny he said that about Brock. That's Vince's boy. Yeah. But, here's the thing, though. With Heyman, that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see another Brock versus Big Show where he turns on Brock and goes with Big Show. I'd like to see that with Heyman and Roman Reigns. He has the history with he used to have the Samoan SWAT team as one of his people he managed. Yeah. There's history there. I would just like to see Paul Heyman stick around, but in the interview, which you know he could be playing everybody, he said if Brock leaves, I have no reason to stay. I would be being a disservice to what me and Brock have done if I stick around and be an advocate for anybody else. Which Dave Greco said, why don't you be an advocate for Ronda Rousey? That I would also like to see because Ronda needs to not be on the microphone.
No, she got to learn.
She needs some time to learn, and it's so funny. I don't know if you saw the meme with her laying in the table, and it said, "I don't know if to be hurt or to be confused, or no, to be hurt or to be mad. Should I be hurt or mad?" Because her face looks like she's like this, but she's like,
yeah, I know.
It's like, wow, they really got to work on the acting stuff because it's not real. It's predetermined.
Yes. Well, like I said, that's Swerve too.
I mean, that would be great if Paul Heyman did that and went with Roman, and then you have a storyline to go with at least. And then guess what? We have even more of a reason to boo Roman Reigns, but you can't make him a heel.
No, you know they may end up giving us just the women's and the tag team title changes, and the other title, the main single titles stay the same.
I mean, they've done it before. Yeah. They probably had a WrestleMania where nothing changed hands.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either.
But
the women and the tag teams look more like changing hands than the singles do. The singles could stay where they are.
Right.
So. But I wouldn't surprise me if Brock wins.
All four.
Brock wins on Sunday, loses on Monday.
Yeah, all 4 singles wouldn't shock me if they stayed the same. No. But yeah, the tag and the women's, you could tell the direction they're going in. They're definitely changing hands. Yeah.
Well, SmackDown definitely needs to change hands.
It definitely needs
Raw should definitely change hands because you got the mystery guests. You got the mystery opponent.
Why make it a mystery thing if they're not going to win?
Right. Because Braun can do it by himself. So.
Exactly, because he's been beating him up by himself. Yeah. But that is it for Part 3. We continue on with Part 4, the list. We talk about 10 wrestlers punished for trying to steal the limelight. We rank every TNA wrestler's success in the WWE. And 10 fatal mistakes that destroyed the TNA brand. Yeah. So a big Part 4 here as we wind down on this WrestleMania weekend. As we lead into NXT TakeOver.
We wind up for that.
We wind up for that, but we wind down for Top Rope Reality.
Yes. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm just a cop.
We'll see in a few clicks. So that's your new thing now.
That's the new thing.
2-finger thumbs.
2-finger thumbs.
Yes. We don't do them at the same time because it's like a gun and then people get all upset. It's going to shoot you with its fingers.